$478 billion. That came out of your portfolio if you own chip stocks. Here's what the AI says comes next. Here's what happened. On July 27th, a report revealed that a Chinese state-backed company has started mass-producing immersion DUV lithography machines. Deep ultraviolet lithography is the technology used to etch circuits onto silicon wafers. Until now, only the Dutch company ASML could make these machines at scale. China building its own version threatens the entire semiconductor supply chain. In 2 days, AMD lost 8%, NVIDIA lost 5%, MICRON lost 6%, ASML lost 7%, Applied Materials lost 7%. The Philadelphia Semiconductor Index entered bear market territory, down 20% from its June high. But the sell-off created a divide. Some of these companies have structural moats that China cannot cross. Others are directly in the crosshairs. Here is what the Kronos model predicts for each one. AMD is NVIDIA's main competitor in the AI GPU market. The company makes both graphics processors for data centers and central processors for personal computers. The DUV news hit AMD harder than almost any other chip stock because AMD relies heavily on TSMC for manufacturing, and any disruption in the global chip supply chain directly impacts its production costs. AMD trades at $429. The Kronos model predicts AMD falls to $306 over the next 30 days. That is a drop of nearly 29%. The prediction range is wide, from $137 on the low end to $444 on the high end. The model sees significant downside risk here. AMD competes in the exact segments where Chinese alternatives are emerging fast: general-purpose GPUs and server CPUs. Huawei's Ascend chips are already being adopted as a domestic alternative to AMD's products in China. This is the Kronos 30-day forecast for AMD. The blue line is the historical price. The green dashed line is the prediction. The green shaded area is the confidence range. You can see the model predicts continued downside. AMD dropped 29% in the Kronos simulation. That suggests the market has not fully priced in the China lithography risk. The one saving grace is the wide range. The prediction goes as low as $137, but also as high as $444. That tells us there is high uncertainty, but the base case is lower. NVIDIA is the $5 trillion gorilla of AI chips. Its H100 and Blackwell architecture GPUs power most of the world's large language models. The DUV sell-off hit NVIDIA too, but here is the difference. NVIDIA's moat is not just hardware. It is CUDA, the software platform that developers have built millions of applications on. Switching from NVIDIA to a Chinese alternative means rewriting years of software. NVIDIA trades at $190 after the sell-off. Kronos predicts it recovers to $202 over the next 30 days, a gain of 6.3%. The prediction range is $163 to $217. The model sees a mild recovery, not a collapse. This is the Kronos forecast for NVIDIA. You can see the green dashed line trends upward. 6% is not a dramatic rally, but it is a clear divergence from AMD and MICRON. The model is essentially saying NVIDIA's sell-off was overdone. The CUDA ecosystem, the supply chain relationships, the long-term contracts with every major cloud provider. These are not going away because China made a DUV machine. The dip created an entry point according to Kronos, not a reason to run. MICRON is America's largest memory chip maker. It produces DRAM and NAND flash memory used in everything from data centers to smartphones. This stock is the most vulnerable to China's lithography breakthrough, and Kronos agrees. The Chinese memory chip company CXMT is already putting competitive pressure on MICRON, and domestic DUV production accelerates China's ability to make its own memory chips. MICRON trades at $739. Kronos predicts it crashes to $390. That is a drop of 47%. The range is $365 to $757. This is the most bearish prediction in the entire set. The model is essentially saying Micron's business model faces an existential threat from Chinese self-sufficiency in memory manufacturing. The Kronos chart for Micron is brutal. Look at that green dashed line. It drops almost straight down from the current price of $739 to $390. The confidence band is relatively narrow on the downside compared to the upside, which means the model has higher conviction about the bear case. CXMT, the Chinese memory manufacturer, raised $2 billion in its IPO and is scaling production. With domestic DUV machines available, China no longer needs to import ASML tools to expand memory fabrication. 50 cents of every dollar of Micron's revenue comes from China-facing demand. That is the exposure that Kronos is pricing in. ASML is the Dutch company that holds a near monopoly on extreme ultraviolet lithography machines. Every advanced chip in the world is made using ASML equipment. The irony is that the China DUV headline should have been terrible for ASML. China building its own DUV machines directly competes with ASML's DUV business. But here is what the market realized. ASML's real moat is EUV, the next generation technology that China cannot replicate for at least a decade. The Chinese DUV breakthrough is a 5 to 10 year behind technology. ASML's EUV machines are 36 billion euros in revenue this year. ASML trades at $1,551. Kronos predicts it rises to $1,643, a gain of 6%. The range is $1,406 to $1,967. The Kronos chart for ASML is a textbook relief rally. The historical price shows ASML was already falling from its June high of $1,748 when the DUV headline hit. The sell-off accelerated, but Kronos sees a floor forming around $1,500 and a gradual recovery. The prediction range is wide on the upside, nearly reaching $2,000. ASML raised its full-year revenue forecast to 43 to 45 billion euros just 2 weeks before the sell-off. The company is expanding EUV production capacity by 30% annually through 2028. One headline from an anonymously sourced article does not change those numbers. Applied Materials makes the equipment that fabricates semiconductor chips. It is one of the largest U.S.-listed semiconductor capital equipment companies. The DUV headline hit Applied Materials hard because any disruption in chip-making equipment demand directly affects its revenue. But Applied Materials is diversified across multiple process steps: deposition, etching, and metrology. It is not a single product company like ASML is for lithography. Applied Materials trades at $436. Kronos predicts it edges up to $440, a gain of less than 1%. The range is $374 to $628. This is essentially a flat prediction. The model sees the sell-off as fair, neither a buying opportunity nor a reason to flee. The Kronos chart for Applied Materials shows a slight drift upward, but barely above flat. The green dashed line is almost horizontal. This tells us the model views Applied Materials as fairly priced after the sell-off. The wide upside range up to $628 suggests the model sees potential upside catalysts, but does not have high conviction about them. Applied Materials has been buying back stock aggressively and has a strong balance sheet, but the China DUV narrative creates overhang. For a conservative investor, this is a wait-and-see stock. For a momentum trader, there are better setups elsewhere in this list. Here is what the data says. Kronos predicts 2 out of 5 chip stocks will continue falling. AMD down 29%. MICRON down 47%. Those are the stocks with direct exposure to Chinese competition in their core markets. 3 out of 5 recover. NVIDIA up 6%. ASML up 6%. Applied Materials flat. Those are the stocks with structural moats that China cannot cross in the near term. The thesis is not that China's breakthrough is meaningless. It is real and directionally significant. But the timeline from China producing 5 trial DUV machines to becoming a competitive global supplier is measured in years, not weeks. The Kronos model is basically saying, buy the moats, avoid the direct China exposure, and do not panic sell the industry leaders. Charts and timestamps for every prediction in this video are in the description. Subscribe for daily AI-powered market analysis. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial advice. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Always do your own research